Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weak and then I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's a pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Stepping for the title and facial rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I beat no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BDO Boxing. It's your boy D Free, aka the Oscar Hater, aka man, Mr. DC himself. How you doing today, bro?
I'm chilling, man. What's good?
Oh, it's good, man. You know that we got a special guest today, man. We always do our special guest on Tuesday, man. It's actually one of our brothers, man. My man Skywalker, man. What's up, Skywalker, man? How you feeling,
man? Salute BVO, salute D3. How you guys doing?
What's going on, Skywalker?
Nice, good, man. Feeling a little better, man.
We got some breaking news, man. We heard your boy Devin, the American Dream Haney, is a cheater. What you guys think about that breaking news about that, man?
I didn't even hear. I've been busy all day, so I didn't even hear the news.
I didn't hear it too, bro.
So basically, now Regis Prograis says he has confirmed sources that said that Devin Haney lost a fight in Mexico and paid to get it removed from his record. So it's pretty big. They both went back over in through Twitter. Devin Haney said the allegations are false and called Regis, a crazy name. So I don't know what you guys think if that's true, man. Does this change Devin Haney, man? He's already the most hated man in boxing. What you guys think?
I mean, if it's true, then yeah, it taints anybody. If it's true, if you lost a fight and you paid to have it removed, yeah, that taints anybody. It don't matter if it's Devin Haney or if it's some low level fighter. It taints anybody that does that. So
yeah.
What you think, Scott Walker?
I don't think. I mean, it'll affect him, man. His credibility, but as far as they can't take away the his title. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, I tell you what, man, you brothers are pretty calm about somebody being a liar and a cheater, man. That's pretty huge, dog. Like, I mean,
this is Mexico. This is probably, it's like a lot of fighters go out there. It's easy fights to make. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. A lot of people build their box recs up by going to Mexico too. I've known a few fighters. Sonny started out his boxing career in Mexico. He was able to get like 4 fights in Mexico right away in 1 year. You know what I mean? Quick. So. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I know what you mean. Let me shout a couple of people in the chat. Shout out to my brother Bruce Gas, the boxing historian. Salute to Tay. Hey, but you know the funny thing about it, salute to my man Big Tex, man. I want you guys to know. Oh, but before we go, I forgot to say this, man. I know y'all seen the Cleveland Browns. I know y'all seen the Cleveland Browns, man. And I didn't want you guys to know. I want you guys to know BBO seen that as well. So I want to send a big shout out.
What I'd say is this, Murder. It's us Ohio boys. You know how we get, you know how us Ohio niggas get down, nigga. Ohio nigga, double O. What's up, yo?
Yeah.
Columbus, Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Youngstown. What's up, y'all? Cincinnati too. I ain't forget about you. You know I love y'all niggas. What I'd say
So I know you guys would be excited about that, man. So I want to just drop that in on you guys about the Browns, man.
I'm actually I'm more excited for the Jets.
Oh,
And that's why Monkey Dan ain't in the building today.
Oh yeah, he the invisible man today. But that being said, man, so do you guys think long term this just gives validation to everybody saying that Devin Haney and Bill Haney are crooks? You think this gives validation to that?
Like my whole take is right now is one person saying something and another person saying something. I mean, if he got proof, I think he should put it out there. He can't just say, "Oh, I got proof," and you don't never put it out there, because that's something that the public want to know about. You putting it on Twitter, so now it's coming off as you out here lying, just making up stories. If you're not gonna put the proof out there, so you gotta put the proof out there if you're making these allegations.
I mean, it's just, I guess for me, this is the thing about it. If it wasn't true, Devin Haney addressed him within 5 minutes of him dropping that tweet. So I mean, it can't be false, because you don't address nonsense, bro. You don't address nonsense.
You do when you putting it out there on Twitter. Like Devin Haney and Regis Prograis are two professional fighters. They're known in the sport of boxing. You saying you put an allegation that this man cheated and he paid to have a fight removed. That's allegation that you want to address. The public gonna try to figure out why you're not addressing this man saying you paid off the commissioner to have a fight removed. Why you not addressing it? So yeah, he did the right thing to address it if it's not true. If it is true, that's when you don't address it.
Well, let me ask you this, Skywalker. So does this go now? You know this, man. You little roster as well.
Yeah.
So you know this. So this proves everything about Tszyu being the premier 140-pound champion, because we don't hear none of this kind of stuff with Tszyu. Because this just kind of proves what we've been hearing about Devin Haney. Because I've been
usually
we
hear a lot from Tszyu, but man, Tszyu's been quiet lately, man. He's been doing pretty good. I don't know about the premier 140-pound champion, bro. I think Gabriel might do some work to him, but or even Gary Antoine Russell.
Hey, and we gotta salute to that brother, because we know that's D Free's family, but he has no chance of beating a guy like Teofimo Lopez, man. This is the thing we talking about, man. Salute to my man DC. I've been shocked, man. The guy got the Ring magazine belt, no allegations, no stuff outside the ring. You know, we hear stuff about Tank. We hear now Devin Haney, you know, is getting losses wiped off his record. So I mean, I don't know, man. This is kind of disturbing, man. What you think?
I don't think it's disturbing at all. I think it's one fighter trying to put down another fighter. But I mean, why would you want to put that fighter down? Why would you want to bring something like that out and put the fighter down, and then if you go out there and beat him, you want to get credit for it? That's what I don't understand. All these fighters so quick to put down their opponent, but then when they beat him, they want to know why the public don't give them credit for it. Because you put the fighter down. You made the fighter look like he was nothing. Why would you want to get credit for beating a nobody, according to you? I don't understand it.
Well, you know, just to pivot off that, I know we've seen the outstanding performance, man, from Tszyu, man, looking like baby Tszyu. So, are we looking at maybe a future face of boxing in Tszyu?
Bro, you gotta give him his credit, man. Shit, Mendoza, he was a warrior. He went in there. He couldn't handle Tszyu, man. Tszyu, I don't know. He showed good defense this fight, man. Something that he's always getting criticism for. He looked a lot better, man. He looked good, man. I think that him and Mel would be a good fight. That's gonna make Undisputed. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a good comeback fight to redeem himself after the Canelo loss. You know what I mean? I think that's the only fight that makes sense for Jamel right now, man, is Tszyu. And a lot of people were putting him off, bro. They're like, who's Timmy Kazoo? I remember hearing people say that shit. The guy's done proved it. He's done proved it. Got to give him a chance. And let him and Mel. Let's see where he's at with Mel. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people right now are not satisfied with Jamel's performance with Canelo. He didn't put up a good fight. This would be a good redemption fight for him, man. So he's got to really look at it if he wants to get the fans back that he lost from this Canelo fight. He lost fans from this last fight, man. They said that he didn't have no heart. That wasn't the same Mel, and what the hell's wrong with him? So if he wants those fans back, he's gonna have to fight Tszyu and become undisputed again.
Yeah, I mean, Tszyu, he proved a lot to me in this fight because I thought that Tszyu would, if he was to beat Mendoza, he was going to have to show me a lot, and that's exactly what he did. He went in there and he pretty much beat Mendoza from round 1 to round 12. I mean, the fight was a very entertaining fight. Mendoza looked like he was going to try to come on in the later rounds, but Tszyu was just a little bit too much for him, and Tszyu pulled off the win that he should have did.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. My man BC said Tim was patient. That was impressive. His poise. Salute to my man Marky Dan, Mr. Eagles fan. Eagles. But you know what? I think the thing that we missing with this fight is Mendoza is pretty sturdy, man. He took a lot of flush shots. So I'm wondering, and I'll ask you both you guys this: does he have the same kind of power as his father? Tim
No.
Tszyu being there?
No.
I'm gonna be opposite. I think he's gonna surpass his father, and his father's never in his corner. His grandpa's always there supporting him. You see Grandpa Tszyu there, always helping him out. I think he's gonna surpass. He's got a personal vendetta against his father, bro. That he wants to be better, bro.
No, he might be better than his father, but I don't think he has the same power as his father.
Oh no! Oh, you said power. Okay, yeah, my
power.
bad.
Yep.
I was thinking like you thought if he's gonna be better. If the question was better, my bad. Power. He's got some power, bro. Shit, but not. He's kind of like a Benavidez power, bro. It's not a put you to sleep. Like every once in a while he'll put you to sleep, but it's more volume and pressure, right? It's that come forward pressure. He keeps working, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's got good defense. So I think he's better defensively than his father, Tszyu. He showed up yesterday with some good defense. I mean, on Saturday.
I'm just wondering, man, when you look at the 154 pound division, man, when Jamel comes back, I think he might, if Jamel gives him the kind of respect that he gave Brian Castano, I think he could stop Jamel. What you guys think about that?
I don't know if he could stop Jamel. I mean, we never seen Jamel stop. We seen Jamel put down for the first time. He took a knee on his own.
Yeah,
so
he didn't get stopped by Canelo. I
don't know if he'll stop Jamel. Yeah, he might be able to beat Jamel. Jamel coming there, and he's the same Jamel that we saw with the Canelo Alvarez. He probably beat Jamel, but I don't know if he'll stop Jamel.
Yeah.
He wasn't able. I mean, he wasn't able to stop Brian Castano. I mean, he wasn't able to stop Brian Mendoza, and we know Brian Mendoza is a tough individual. So I mean, he couldn't stop Brian Mendoza, and we know Jamel to be a tough individual. I don't think he's going to be able to stop Jamel either.
I think that's a good point. I think with that fight, with him being terrified of Canelo, I think it really cemented him. Now it kind of tainted his whole legacy because there's no reason he couldn't have gave Canelo a better fight than that. Because I don't know if you guys seen the behind the scenes footage. Man, I gotta say, I was wrong. Derek James was doing everything he could.
I tried to tell you. Derek James is a trainer. He can't make those guys fight. All he can do is train. Train them and tell them what to do. If they don't do it, that's on them.
Right. I mean, everything he said made sense. Turn him around. Hit him with the jab. Close the distance. All the things that we know Jamel can do that he did against Brian Castano, it just disappeared. And I've never seen Derek James that I thought he was frustrated with Frank Mark. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys seen the video I dropped about that. That brother Derek James.
If you go back and look at the post interview that they did in the ring when Jamel was in the ring and Jamel said, "I fight Terrence Crawford." Look at the face of Derek James when Jamel said that. Derek James looked at him like, "Man, we got to get back in the camp. You ain't ready for nobody right now." That's the look that he gave. He gave him the look like, nigga, you talking about you want to fight Terrence Crawford, nigga. You had a fight right here for a legacy.
Hey, I just never forget that. Jay, are you okay? You talk? You know what? That audio alone really, really hurt Jamel because, everybody was, first everybody was crucifying Derrick James because he had just came off being turned here and got one fighter beat Cole to post, and another fighter was scared to throw a punch. I just say this, man. I owe Derrick James an apology, man, because he can't get in the ring for the man. That's one thing he can't do. But that being said, man, do you guys think he can return to form back at 154?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if Jamel is the Jamel that we knew before the Canelo Alvarez fight, I don't think Tszyu can beat him. It's just a matter. I mean, these fighters, it's all in their head. Now we know that Jamel has the skills. It's all in his head. I think he could have beat Canelo if he would have fought the fight. He didn't fight the fight. He pretty much got in there and he gave Canelo respect. And the thing that I always said about Canelo Alvarez was, I don't understand why Canelo Alvarez was avoiding these guys, because I believe Canelo Alvarez can possibly beat all of them. From Jamel, Jamal, David Benavidez, and Boo Boo, I believe that he could beat all of them, but he was avoiding those guys for whatever reason. He was avoiding them. And so it just proved that Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. Like all of us always said that he was a great fighter. We just didn't like his moves. But yeah. I don't think it takes away from Jamel legacy. Now we might look at that performance like, damn, Jamel was scared to death of Canelo Alvarez, but it's not going to take away what he did prior to the Canelo Alvarez fight.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess the thing that get me about this was that this was the first time that I think it made sense. Let's go to our next topic. I feel like it feels like Canelo has been getting better, like every guy, but everybody else seemed to be waiting on Canelo. And I'm wondering, I don't know if you guys heard, David Benavidez said, "I'm not waiting on Canelo. Canelo doesn't control my career. If I get him, I get him. If I don't, I don't." When you hear that kind of talk, even though he's gonna get beat to death by Boo Boo, what that make you think about him as a fighter? What are you laughing about?
Go ahead, Skywalker.
With the Benavidez, if he's gonna be next, everybody's calling for it. It seems like every time any news reporter asks about it, he gets pissed, bro. So it really sounds like Canelo don't want the fight. To me, it sounds like he don't like Benavidez. He don't want to give him the opportunity, whether it's personal, because his father talks a lot of shit too. You know what I'm saying? I like Benavidez. I think that he's one that could put up a good shot against Canelo. Same thing with David Morrell. I like to see the Davids fight first, man. David Morrell and David Benavidez. But if the fight happens, it happens. I like his mentality, because now he knows that with Canelo, that calling him out for a payday like your guy Boo Boo, that it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Canelo hates that shit. He hates when people ask for those paydays. So I think that that's the better approach to get a fight with Canelo, is just to stay quiet. Maybe kiss his ass in the fake front, be like,
whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah, but that's how you get a fight with him, man. Kiss his ass a little bit, like buy some no boxing, buy the no boxing, no life gloves and shit. Remember when Tank got in trouble for wearing those shits? But rock the brand of Canelo, show Canelo that you like him, respect him. I think then that's when he gives you an opportunity, bro. If you're gonna come at him sideways or say you're better than him, he won't give you the shot. You know what I'm saying? He's just one of those kind of guys, man. Yeah, and the ball's in his court with that shit. You know how it is.
Yeah, I think David Benavidez's approach to that, that's the approach that a lot of us was saying that they needed to have a long time ago. Because David Benavidez is getting to that age where he's about to come into the middle of his prime. I think he's like 26, 27 years old. Yeah. So David Benavidez, he needs to make his own legacy. Canelo, he's looking at Canelo as one of the old guys now. So by the time David Benavidez is 33 years old, Canelo going to be out of the game. So if he get the fight now, he get it. If not, he's going to make his own legacy on his own merits. So I think that's the attitude a lot of these guys supposed to take if they can't get that Canelo fight. They've been chasing him. He ain't been giving them the fight. Then move on. we're going to look at it as a fight that Canelo should have took, and he never took those fights.
Right.
Hey, salute. Hey, que pasa, hermano? Hey, salute to my man, Just Do. I'm gonna say this though. The thing that's being missed about it, this is what, and salute to my brother Q, because he used to say this a lot. That's the type of stuff you got to do. You got to take your career into your own hands. And you look at Boo Boo Andre, who came out of the amateurs, the #1 fighter, man. Really one of the most talented guys in boxing. And he wasted his whole career. Now he's 34 years old, but people like Luke Keeler on his doggone resume. So it just proves, man, you cannot wait on nobody. And I think Canelo, by doing stuff like fighting people like Bibble, taking a big risk, fighting a guy like Sergey Kovalev, these type of things, has shown you why he's great. But let me ask you guys this. Now, this is the thing that's so funny about it. Now, people are sleeping on Boo Boo. So what happens when Boo Boo stopped in Benavidez? Will he get full credit?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, everybody look at David Benavidez as one of those top guys at 68. So if he go in there, especially a smaller fighter moving up to 68, and he go in there and he stopped David Benavidez, hell yeah, he get full credit. The same way David Benavidez would get full credit if he stops Boo Boo. They both get full credit because both of these guys are great fighters in their own way. David Benavidez, he's one of the top guys at 168, and Boo Boo was one of the top guys at 160. Now he's moving his way on 168, and he's trying to make his name at 168. So yeah, both of those guys, whoever wins this fight, whether it's a stoppage or it's by unanimous or a split decision, whoever wins this fight get full credit regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, salute to Miss Just Do, man. Salute to my brother, yo. My brother, yo, he said stop it. Boo Boo not stopping that, man.
Right? Tell him your
But you know what's funny? But you know what's so funny, man? You know what's so funny? These the same guys who said Tszyu wasn't going to be Josh Taylor. So I don't want to hear that. And he did it for $1 million, man. So, but let me ask you guys this. So when we break down that fight, tell me this, and I'll ask you this first, Skywalker. How do you see him beating Boo Boo? Because one thing about David Benavidez, he's not the most skilled guy we ever seen. I mean, he walks in,
bro. I call him the octopus, bro. He throws combos, man. It's not really knockouts, man. It's just an aggressive come forward. He does have fast hands. It's just the volume, bro. It's the volume. That's the way. He's just gonna overwhelm him. And with Boo Boo's style, his style is kind of awkward. He kind of slips punches in weird angles. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he's gonna be not center line with his balance, and one of them punches from Benavidez is gonna drop him, man. Or if he does, I think it might even go the distance. But I think that there might be some knockdowns just with his style, with his come forward pressure. And his kind of awkward style, I think it's going to be I think there's going to be some knockdowns, man, with Boo Boo. You know what I mean?
So you said that you think Boo Boo's going to knock David down a couple of times?
No, I think the opposite. I think Boo Boo's going to get knocked out a couple of times. He's being in the wrong position, the body position, being in the wrong spot with the volume puncher. Benavidez just throws a shitload of punches. It's not that he's going to be hurt from the punch. It's just going to be an overwhelming amount of volume, and he's going to be in one of those. He puts his hand up, he sticks his glove up in your face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is just going to come at his ass, and he's going to lose his balance. He's going to get caught.
Whoa, that was crazy.
But no, I agree with Skywalker. I think it's going to be the volume of punches and the pressure, because I think he's going to overwhelm Boo Boo. Boo Boo never been in a fight with a guy like David Benavidez who's going to throw so many punches and constant pressure. Like, David Benavidez is going to come at him from round 1 to round 12. He's not going to stop coming at him. And so with Boo Boo like to create distance. That's where he's able to throw those awkward angle shots, because he has to have distance. He doesn't fight well up close. Now, he can fight in the pocket, but he doesn't fight well. His best attribute is from distance. Now, David Benavidez, he can fight from all angles, but his best attribute is up close, where he could throw a bunch of combination and overwhelm you and catch you with one of those sneaky shots that you don't see coming, because he's throwing so many punches at a time.
You know what I got to say to both of y'all brothers?
You have to stop. Y'all keep talking. Huh? You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up. Huh?
How you gonna tell us to shut the fuck up? We keep talking. You asked us the question of how David Benavidez win.
Is a no good, lousy son of a bitch. Hey! That's exactly what he is.
That just don't make sense. You asked us how did David Benavidez win, and then we tell you, man, you want us.
And then it's a weight class. Yeah, then Boo
Hey, but I'll just say
I don't hate the kid.
You don't.
I don't hate the kid, but I just like to put him in the hospital, though. I like to sue that to the ambulance.
Hey, but I feel what y'all said, man.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. What I've seen, I think it was Andre Dirrell, when Andre Dirrell was giving it to Pauls, he was giving it to David Benavidez on the inside. And until he got cut, that fight was a lot closer than you think. Until he got cut. Once Dirrell got cut, it was over. But before that, he was taking to David Benavidez, and David Benavidez was getting beat to death for 6 straight rounds by Caleb Plant. If Caleb Plant had any type of motor, it would have been bad for that kid. So I'm just wondering how y'all see that.
I'm gonna tell you what I know from both of those fights. The same thing that I know from both of those fights, which is the same thing that I believe David Benavidez know from the fight. He learned from those fights. Those fights are experiences. So that it's the same way as you playing a football game. You get caught by a move, and they were like, "Dang, he got you on that move." But the next time he do that move, you know not to get caught by that move again. So yeah, he got exposed in certain situations, but he learned from those situations, so he won't get exposed again in that same situation. Now he might get exposed by something else, but I don't think he's gonna get exposed again at the same situations.
Yeah, your boy A1 said just tapping in real quick to let D3 know I'm beating his tail. Pause this week. Thanks for your participation.
This man,
actually one of my fantasy football.
This man A1 finally get a win on me in either fantasy games that we ever played, and he happy as that.
I suck with football, bro, but I'm playing the season with you guys. I actually won this week, man, so I'm proud.
Yeah, I got robbed in one of the games with G5. Somehow they gave me like 3/10 of a point, and they stole a win from me. So I don't know how that works, man. But I'm gonna say this, man. That being said, this goes into something else I want to talk about. I think Keyshawn Davis has been exposed, man. I think he's not the goods, man. I've just seen him this last fight, and horrible.
Listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. I told y'all, Keyshawn Davis, he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. The thing is, he talks more than what his skills has. He talk higher than what his skills are. Like you would think that he's a contender. We got to remember this man is only 10 fights in now. He's only 10 fights in. So when Keyshawn is out here talking, he's trying to sell himself to when he become a contender, he can have the fan base and the following and all that, so he can make big money. He's not that now. So that's what I keep telling people. That's the one thing that I put on Keyshawn. He talks more than what his skills is in the ring. Now he's still a good fighter. I just don't believe he's what he say he is, because we saw him. Now I wouldn't say he got exposed, because the guy that he was in there, a lot of people don't know who he is, but that guy is a tough dude. He can fight, he can box, he's a tough dude. And we saw
he lost Jermaine Ortiz though. He lost Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, but we saw that. I mean, Keyshawn can be hurt. We all thought that Keyshawn had a chin. We saw that he could be hurt. He got caught.
He don't got no beard at all.
he was still able to stand up. He ain't get dropped, but he can be hurt.
Yeah.
I want to stick up for Keyshawn a little bit, man.
Go ahead.
You know, with the Olympic pedigree, bro, I know that he's been pro for a minute now. You know, he's a contender. The thing is, a lot of that power takes time, man. You know, they're going 3 rounds with headgear. You know what I'm saying? We got Andy Cruz, who beat Keyshawn. He's new to the scene, and same thing with him. He don't got the power, but he can outbox you for 12 rounds. I think he did good enough to show that he's fundamentally sound, bro, to fight anybody. You know what I mean? So I think he's a good fighter. I just think that the power is going to take some time, my brother.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's a C-level fighter. He'll never be an A+ fighter like Abdullah Mason.
Who that?
Keyshawn.
I don't think he'll have that tank power.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
This is what I'm saying. The way he looked, I can see Frank Martin putting him to bed.
I mean, I could see that, because Frank Martin, you got to remember, Frank Martin got like 20 fights. He got double what Keyshawn got. Frank now Keyshawn been fighting much longer than Frank Martin because Frank started at 19. Keyshawn been fighting since he was a kid. But at the same token, Frank Martin got more of a professional pedigree than Keyshawn. So Keyshawn is still getting adjusted to the pro style fighting. But I'm not going to say that he would never be a A-class fighter because we don't know how these guys are going to progress in their career. Now, he can have a setback where he won't be an A-class fighter, but I'm not going to say he would never because we don't know how they're going to progress in their career.
Yeah, that's a good point. My man, he said, Bruce Gas, salute. My man A1 said, no, whoa, that was crazy again. He said, no, and you and
No, you did not. No, you did not. No, you did not.
My man, Yo said, Benavidez is looking better every fight. I can't say the same about Andre. He said, brother Keyshawn be getting touched up bad in sparring. I've seen it with my own eyes. He's good, but he's not the next big thing.
Hey, BVO, I have a real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro. Vince Padas, I think he's with Manny Pacquiao, bro. He's at his house right now. He said send him the link, bro. So he said, hop on. Vince, he just won his fight. Me and D Free called his fight. He said he'll hop in and chop it up with us. He's a WBO, WBA Asia Pacific champ.
Okay. Let me put it in a private chat.
Yeah, he's heading over to Manny Pacquiao's house today. Everybody's he's having like a parade in his hometown for his ass. But he's my homie. Yeah, he's my homie. Yeah, he seen me live, bro. He's a send link, hermano. I'll hop in. So I don't know if he's at. He told me he's going to Pacquiao's house today. So I'm going
I'll put it in a private chat for you.
Going to his house, hermano, his bodyguard, because Manny going to Roadworks, and he's and I won't fail you. So he's giving us a shout out from Pacquiao, maybe. So I don't know. Let's get him a link.
Yeah, I just sent the link to you through the private chat. But I'll say this, man. I think the cool thing about boxing, man, is that it's forever changing. What we seen with Keyshawn Davis was actually great because you know what he's doing? He's willing to get better. He's in the gym. He's actually making big fights. But this is a transfer to what we was talking about. Do you think Jamal Charlo beating Jose Benavidez to be ready to go right into a Canelo fight? Amen.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say probably not, but I don't know because we don't know how Jamal's gonna look in that fight. I mean, he go in there and he beating Jose Benavidez in round 1, and in round 2 and 3, he drops him 4 or 5 times and stops him. I mean, we're like, okay, maybe he's ready. I don't know. I can't say that he will be ready or he won't be ready. I don't know.
Well, another thing that's happening as well. I'm seeing that Jamal and Jamil are not the biggest guys. So do you think those guys naturally can go up to 168? Because when I heard Jamil say he woke up at 172, that lets me know that fight was way too big for him. Pause. What you think?
Nah, I'm not gonna say that because he woke up at 172. He's supposed to be at 168. So I'm not gonna say that he's not big enough to fight at 168 because he is. He's 172. He's big enough to fight at 68. He got to cut 4 pounds in order to make the weight limit. So I'm not gonna say that he's not big enough to be at 168. Now those guys at 168 might be bigger than him because those guys are shrinking down to get to 168. But I'm not gonna say he's not big enough to be at 168.
Hey, that brother said, salute, Dawson. Things effect on the screen, tweaking me out. Salute, Skywalker. You just say, okay, you put some stuff in there. But let me ask you guys this. You guys think it's good that Manny Pacquiao at 40-something years old wants to go to the Olympics? What you guys think?
I think that time has passed him. He's 40 years old.
Check this out. Vince told me a leak. I got a leak today. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather, bro. I ain't even fucking with you, man. That shit's going down, bro. The exhibition between Pacquiao and Mayweather has come, bro. I swear. He's going to tell us right now, bro. Watch. I swear he'll tell us. Because he told me that shit today, bro. He's like, he's training for Mayweather. And I'm like, what? And he wanted to talk to me after my win. So I'm going to his house. He called me to his house. And he goes to church with him, bro. He's from the same town. He's like a hometown hero of Vince's. He's real popular in the Philippines, right, G-Free? Yeah, so.
Hey, what do you say? Pop in for a second. Hey, but you know the funny thing about this with boxing, I'm just wondering, do you guys think that Shakur Stevenson, after what we've seen, will him and Keyshawn ever fight, or they won't fight?
They're never gonna fight. They're never gonna fight. Only way I see them two fighting is if they have a fallout. Those guys, Shakur and Keyshawn both said that they're not fighting each other. So I don't think that those guys will ever fight unless they have a fallout and they become on bad terms. But as far as right now, no, those guys are not fighting. I think
So
if one of those become a champion and the other one want to be a champion, one of them going to move out of the weight division.
okay. So that being said, we talked about this a little before. So is Jamel going back to 154, or you think he'll go back to 160?
I mean, he said he's going to 54. I don't even take him at his word until he shows something else. When it comes to these fighters, I take him at their word until they show something else. So he said he's going back to 54, so that's where I believe he's going to be at.
He said, no, Shakur and Keyshawn never fight each other. This is the thing that's so funny about it. I got you, A1. This is the funny thing about it. When we go into this new year, what fights do you guys want to see get made?
Oh, I want to see Tank Davis fight one of those top guys at 135, whether it's Loma, whether it's Shakur. I mean, shit, he could fight Devin Haney at a catchweight if they could somehow come to agreement. I want to see those guys at 140 unify those belts. I want to see some of those. I want to see what Bud Crawford is going to do after this Earl Spence fight. So I mean, it's a lot of fights that I want to see.
Yeah.
Vinalo Robeisy, that'd be a good unification bout. You know what I mean?
You said who, Robeisy?
Vinalo Lopez and Robeisy to unify.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good fight. Hey, salute to my brother Sheldon, the OG, and one of the funniest looking guys on YouTube, my brother A1. What's going on with y'all brothers, man?
He said funny looking.
What's going on with y'all brothers, man?
Hey, that's the first, man. I told you the most handsome toad frog we done ever seen, bro. But hey, salute to you, man. I wouldn't even crack no jokes, BVO. BVO got it started, man. I was gonna legit come on and just echo some of the sentiments I heard of y'all cooking on this boxing joint. But
let me ask you this real quick, A1.
Yeah.
So what you seen with Keyshawn, I'm just wondering how do you see him over a career? Where do you see him being over a career? You think he's gonna be a champion?
I say, like, all jokes aside, because I be roasting the hell out of Keyshawn. I'm gonna give him a pass on that. I think honestly the upside to him, absolutely, I can see him being a champion one day because he got a lot of upside to him because he's so young. And the main thing he doing right now that a lot of young fighters don't do and nobody really talking about it is he getting exposure at the highest level. So when he get under them bright lights, it's not gonna be new to him. So he not gonna be, he not gonna buckle or he gonna fold under that pressure because why? He dealing with all the scrutiny and all the, negative or good and bad, however you want to look at it. He dealing with all that now early in his career, which is a good thing. A lot of people, they'll rush their career by trying to, have all the fights and they get under the big lights and then they buckle and then all of a sudden they gone. It ain't no bounce back. It ain't no recovery from it. So I think right now, what he doing from getting his name out there and I guess, the younger kids call it popping their lip. He doing that right now, right? So that's a good thing. But he need to stay focused and live a boxer's life. He need to take that whole sentiment from Bud. Obviously, the younger Bud that was more so just living in the gym. Now you seeing Bud everywhere you turn, but he's still a gym rat, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he can.
So I'll let you introduce your brother in here, Skywalker.
Okay, we got Vince Reward Paras. He's from General Santos City. He's 20-2 with 15 knockouts. He fights at 112 pounds. He's a flyweight. He's a WBA, WBO Pacific Asia champion, and also a number 5 contender in the IBF right now. So he's on the verge of becoming a world champ. He's making Manny Pacquiao proud because that's his neighbor. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be another champion coming from the same place that Pacquiao came from. So they have high hopes for him right now. It's fucked up to say it, brother, but I've been reading articles. I don't know how true some of these articles are, but some are kind of like dissing Casamelo's last fight, bro. They're dissing it, but they're really saying that he's the star right now. They're hyping him up, man. They're elevating him. They say that right now he's the Japanese promoter's favorite right now. Some shit. I don't know if they're just talking shit because every time he fights, he's got a smile on his face He's still in the ring, girl, and he's fucking shit up, bro. And he's bad, bro. He he dances, but we need to teach you. We need to get you some American music, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we need to get you some American hip hop, man, and we got to teach you some dance moves, man. How you doing, Vince? You going to Manny Pacquiao's house today? Tell him. You told me you're going to Manny Pacquiao's.
Later, I'm going to his gym, because later he going to training.
Tell him what he's training for. Tell BVO.
Because they have exhibition fight to Floyd Mayweather in December 31 in Japan.
Against
Me, I
who?
have fight in Floyd Mayweather.
See? BVO?
Mayweather.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge, man.
December 31st?
31.
That's new.
Yes.
It hasn't been announced yet, has it?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to say.
But he started training now because they have fight.
Yeah.
4 days now. Manny Pacquiao training.
Nice.
Me, I have fight in December 26. Tapalis Inoue undercard again, the championship fight.
Yeah, he's gonna be on Tapalis Inoue undercard for his next fight. And no, that's his neighbor though. Green light. That's not his son, but Vince is an experienced fighter. He's 20-2. He's fought for a title as well. He came up short when he was 19 years old when he was young. Now Vince is 24. He just turned 24, and he's doing good, man. You're talking about he's number 5 in the IBF. He holds two. It's not WBO, WBA Pacific Asia, right? That's the title. He fights at 112 pounds.
Yeah, that's awesome news, man. So let me ask you this: what got you into boxing, man?
I don't think he heard you, BBO.
Now
No, go ahead.
I start already again training because I prepare the fight because my opponent is good, 4 wins, 4 knockout. Japanese boxer again.
So fight another Japanese boxer. Hey Vince, what got you into boxing? What started you? Tell him.
I started boxing professional when I was 16 years old. And then when 18 years old, I became a WBO Asia Pacific champion. And then when I turned 19 years old, I fought World Championship, but I lost. And then my second champion on last year, 2022, October 9 in Manila.
Okay, wow. I mean, I think that's cool, man. So, do you plan on going? Do you plan on coming to the States to fight, or you gonna stay in the Philippines?
In the Philippines now, stay.
Okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful
Hopefully
place,
soon.
man.
Yes, hopefully soon. I will always soon. Always soon. I will fight in America.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. That'd be great, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man, talking to us, man. Hey, train hard and be careful because Manny Pacquiao, man, he don't know how to ease up. I seen him beat that Baker up. He beat that Baker half to death. So be careful in there with the old man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vince.
All right, Vince.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know the funny thing about it, man. When you think about boxing in general, man, it's amazing. I've seen a guy, Manny Pacquiao, who got cheated numerous times and never complained once. I always honor that about Manny Pacquiao. What you guys think about Manny Pacquiao always being a class act?
Always been a what?
Being a class act.
I mean, that's what makes good champions great champions. Being a class act. I mean, you go out there and you show what it means to be a champion. You fight everybody you're supposed to fight, and you fight the ones that people don't expect you to fight. So that's what it means to be a great champion.
Yeah, but I'm saying you seen him get robbed with Timothy Bradley. What's the guy's name? Dang, I just lost Jeff Horn. I mean, it's just so many fights I've seen Manny Pacquiao get robbed, and I mean,
Hey,
they never
can I
complained
answer that,
once.
BBO?
Go ahead.
Honestly, I think he never complained because you got to look at where he already had came from. He already had previously been knocked out and had L's on his record when he came into it. So when he hit the big stage, he's a humble person. So he was happy to be there, making the money he was making, and also putting on for his country. So he was like, he believed when he won, when he won, when he lost. I guess you can put it that way. The people knew, what I'm saying, that he won them fights. And then he's always
Yeah,
been viewed as like the people's champ, especially obviously for his people, but other, casual US fans as well looked at it and knew like, man, hell no, you didn't win that fight. And they gave him that same grace. Obviously, fighters that look a certain way don't get that same kind of love and whatnot. But for him, I honestly think, because again, he didn't make a big deal out of it because he had already had losses and stuff in the past. And like I
yeah.
said,
You know,
that go ahead, people.
that's a good point. I think what you're saying is true because I guess I forgot about how he came from such humble beginnings because I guess anything would make sense at this point. Um, but I'll say this though, I just would say, as far as a career, I'm starting to think Roberto Duran and maybe Manny Pacquiao had some of the best modern day careers we've seen, where they took losses and still was able to beat a lot of young champions. Man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
people forget about that. I mean, it's okay to lose, but the fact that he lost his biggest fight and came back and beat Keith Thurman to death, and Keith Thurman hasn't looked the same since. I got to give him credit for that. Salute to my brother Q, man. Pull
Yeah, I
up,
mean
Q.
that what's going on, Laws Art of Boxing. That's what I be telling a lot of these young guys. It's not it doesn't make you look bad because you lost. It's how you bounce back from the loss. Because like you said about Manny Pacquiao, he lost and then he still came in there and beat up a young Keith Thurman at the time. Or a prime Keith Thurman, I'm gonna say, because he wasn't young, but he was a prime Keith Thurman.
He wasn't yet.
But it doesn't matter if you lose. It's how you bounce back because Manny Pacquiao, he got like 8-9 losses, and he's still a walking Hall of Fame. He's gonna be a first ballot. I mean, you can't take that away from him because he took losses, but he also kept moving forward. It's the same way like with a quarterback. A quarterback throw an interception. Yeah, you throw an interception, you got to forget about that play and come back out there and try to score a touchdown the next drive. So I mean, it's all about how you bounce back. So you could take a loss and still be a great fighter.
Salute to Quick. Hey, it's funny you say that, but you know what? I think it's so funny in boxing because it seems like when guys take a loss, they almost are never the same. A good case of that, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a kid named Tevin Farmer, who to me, Tevin Farmer was one of the best 126 pounders, 130 pounders, that we had in modern day boxing, man. He was really a fighting champ. I think he had defended his belt like 3 times. But because he didn't have the proper promotional company behind him, he took a lot of tough fights and got a lot of losses early on in his career. And I'm just wondering, man, do you think we'll see more fighters be like take the Manny Pacquiao road, or are you gonna see they're gonna take the Floyd road? What you guys think?
I mean, it's right now it's popular. I'm not even saying they're taking the Floyd road because Floyd fought a lot of tough guys. Is more so they just not trying to lose their O. A lot of these fighters are not trying to lose their O, and they trying to get the biggest bag they could possibly get for each fight. They're like, well, if I got to take a tough fight, I got to get a big bag for it. So I'm not even gonna say they taking the Floyd road because Floyd fought a lot of tough guys. He wanted all of those fights. And those guys wasn't trying to fight Floyd early in his career. So Floyd ended up fighting them later in their career. It wasn't because of Floyd chose to fight him later. He was trying to fight him earlier. They wouldn't fight him. So
See,
I'm not even.
I will have to push back on that. And the reason I got to push back on that because it seems like Floyd became disenchanted with the boxing business, and he only fought guys when it was right for him. So I'm not taking away from what he did.
No, because
But he
he
fought.
tried
I'm
to
talking.
fight. He tried to fight Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley didn't want no parts of him. He tried to fight Costa Tszyu. Costa Tszyu didn't want no parts of him. He tried to fight who was the other guy? I can't remember what his name was. Prince Nassim. He tried to fight him. He didn't want to fight him.
And you know the funny thing about
That's the
Chris
reason why he
Garcia-
got in there with Corrales. That's why he got in there with Diego Corrales, because Diego Corrales said all these guys are scared to fight him. I'll fight him. And we saw what he did to Diego Corrales, and Diego, I understand why y'all were scared to fight him. So, I mean, he wanted those guys. Them guys didn't want to fight him. Diego found out why they didn't want to fight him.
Hey, well, let me ask you guys this, man. So for and A1, I know you are more of a basketball cat. But let me ask you this: if you can think of a fighter that you see watching now, who is the young champion that you're looking at right now, A1?
VVO, give me 1 second. Keep that question in mind. My wife is playing music in the background. I don't want you to get a strike, so I'm gonna mute up real quick. But come back to me in like 30 seconds.
All right, no problem.
You said
So
who the
who
young
you looking at?
champion?
That you
The
looking
young
at?
champion?
Yeah,
Right
he don't have to
now,
be a champion, but young fighter that you're looking at.
of course, you already know I'm looking at Abdullah Mason, but another guy that I got Abdullah Mason, and another guy that I got a close eye on, who's up and coming. He ain't got a lot of fights, but he has a belt right now. Is David Morrell.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about you, Scott?
I was gonna say Abdullah Mason when he said young fighter, fresh on the scene. Kid Austin's good too. I think he has a lot of potential. Lightweight. He's young too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he gonna get stretched out though, man. He don't got enough power, man. He gonna get stretched out at some point. He don't got enough power. He don't got enough power, man, to keep them guys off of him. Man.
He got power.
You ain't gotta have a lot of power though. You don't have to have a lot of power if you can sustain your boxing ability. Like if you got the endurance to be able to outbox them for 12 rounds, you don't have to have a lot of power. You just got to have the endurance to be able to outbox them for 12 rounds.
Yeah. Salute to my man. He said Tevin Farmer fought like 6 times in the year. He did. The zone broke him up some bread. My brother Greenlight said Canelo fought most all fighters when they was old, but BBO won't say nothing about that. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. We gotta call that what that is. That's a lie. That's a lie.
I'm not gonna say he fought mostly all fighter. Most of the name fighters that he fought were past their prime.
Yeah.
No. Miguel Cotto wasn't. Neither was Sugar Shane Mosley.
You said who?
Neither was Sergey Kovalev.
What? They was all past their prime. They was all past their prime.
Oh my God. No. You reaching now, Free.
No, they was all past their prime. Whether they were still fighting, that to make a difference. They were past their prime.
Sergey Kovalev has just knocked out Anthony Yard.
It doesn't matter if he just knocked out Anthony Yard. That doesn't mean that he wasn't past his prime because he knocked him out. That means so if Mike Tyson come out here and knocked out Dago Anthony Joshua, does that mean he's not past his prime? No, he's past it. He's past it. What are you talking about?
But let me ask you guys this. Where does all the Canelo hate come from?
No, it's not Canelo hate. It's facts. It's not Canelo hate. It's facts. He fought those guys when they was past their prime. He fought Shane Mosley at what, 36, 37? He fought Kovalev at 36, 37. He fought Miguel Cotto, 36, 37. He fought those guys past their prime.
How old was Floyd when he beat him? Floyd was like 37 years old when he beat him.
And he lost to him.
So what I'm telling you is he was at the end of his prime.
It doesn't matter. He fought those guys past their prime. It doesn't matter. That's all I'm saying. They was past their prime. Whether he lost or won, he fought them past their prime.
Salute to my brother Jay Gibson. But let me ask you another question that you might notice, Skywalker. Do you believe, and what I've been hearing a lot of this, do you believe medical marijuana will be the key to curing a lot of boxers and keep them off pain meds?
I don't think that smoking is good for any kind of fighter, any kind of athlete. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I'm talking about eating it. They got some things where they can eat it.
Yeah. I think it even help out with recovery too, bro. And the thing is, not during the fight. I don't think that shit would help you being. I mean, I know that I can function high. You know, sometimes I feel like I do things better when I'm stoned, but I work high all day up high, so you know what I'm saying. Like,
oh my God!
I used to work when I was
all day till I go to sleep.
No, I used to smoke on a everyday basis.
I
would roll up at least once an hour. But the thing is, when marijuana only it relieves the pain. It relieves the pain, but it's not going to stop the effects of what the beating that you took. It just relieves the pain for a short period of time. And like the being high on marijuana, I mean, depending on what kind of marijuana you on, but being high on marijuana, you only high for maybe what 20 minutes at the longest.
Yeah.
After that
Yeah.
20 minutes, you come down. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to relieve the pain for a short period of time. It's not going to
Now you
stop
got the
anything.
vapes, bro. I stay high all day, bro. All I need to do is just hit that pen, bro, and I'm right
Yeah,
there.
I mean, something like you can depending on what your job is, you can
Yeah.
work high. But as a boxer, for
Oh,
one, marijuana makes you slower. It makes you slower.
yeah.
Your reflex is not as good, and you literally gonna get killed out there. You go in the ring high. You gonna get killed out there.
Yeah,
It helps me calm down, bro. It helps me calm down, and I focus on things more, bro. I guess the more artistic shit comes out when you're stoned, right? Like you concentrate a little bit harder. I believe I do, you know.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing, what kind of job you're doing. But something
yeah,
with it, so it's like a football player. You try to go out there and play football high, you're gonna literally get your head knocked off.
yeah. I think it's funny because what we got now is you got fighters getting addicted to this pain medication. A lot of people, I'm not some more very people familiar with Devin Alexander, former IBF champ. He really lost his whole career messing around with with opioids. So I guess for me, I think it'd be a good alternative, man, for whatever they're going through. But the cool thing about what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of these good fights being made. But I'm wondering, do you guys think with Showtime dropping PBC that will change boxing forever, for the
Nope,
worse or for the better?
nope, it's not gonna change not one bit. We saw boxing get dropped from HBO. The only thing happened was HBO went out of business. Boxing kept on going. It's not gonna go nowhere. The
You
boxing,
don't think boxing was hurt by HBO closing up?
nope, nope. I think HBO got hurt by letting boxing go because you see HBO is not in business no more. They got HBO Max. You can stream it, and they barely got movies on there. So HBO got hurt by
They
letting
barely got
boxing go.
movies on there.
HBO got hurt by letting boxing go. The same thing gonna happen with Showtime. People gonna tune in for certain movies and certain TV shows, and that's it. But people. I mean, regardless of how people look at the sport of boxing, a lot of people watch boxing. A lot of people watch boxing. Now, they might not buy the pay-per-views because it's not the fights that they want to see. But if it's a fight that they want to see, they're going to pay for it. So people watch boxing. Americans watch boxing. Mexicans watch boxing. Europeans watch boxing. There's a lot of people watch boxing.
Yeah, that's a good point. But what I want to talk about before we get out of here, man, is that I'm hearing a lot of I'm a big fan of combat sports. Do you guys think them having biological men fighting women is going to hurt combat sports long term?
Yeah. You're gonna have some women get seriously hurt because yeah, they might have changed over to a woman, but that didn't change the strength of that biological man. That man was born a man. He naturally stronger. Men are naturally stronger than women. Now you have some strong women out here, but for every strong woman you have out here, you got about 35,000 stronger men. So men are just naturally stronger. So yeah, you're gonna have women in there getting beat up badly.
What you think about that, Scott?
Oh yeah, I don't believe in that shit, bro. That Keith Thurman, Clarissa Shields situation, nah, bro. That's not right, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's funny? I like where Carissa Shields' head is at because she's thinking about business, but I think she doesn't understand that Keith Thurman will break her neck. So that's the thing that's so funny is that the world has gotten so safe now where people forget that's still a man and he can break your neck and there's nothing you can do about it. But I don't know if you guys ever seen it was a fight. I don't know if you guys familiar with Bellator, and they had this guy. Sorry, excuse me, I don't want to offend anyone. Transgender person
Yeah.
fought a woman, and man, the woman ended up in the coma. And I'm just saying, this is the type of stuff that scares me, man. Having a young daughter,
I got a story. I got a story that's in. You can look it up in the articles, bro. But Cruz Dezern, she had an opponent. Her name was Alejandra Jimenez.
Yeah.
Her real name was Alejandro Jimenez. After dude, they didn't know that she had a sex change or she whatever. I don't care. I don't care if I offend, but yeah, because this shit's not right.
He does.
Bro.
Yes, he does.
It's a fucking guy fighting a woman. Like you can't let fucking guys go in a ring and beat up a woman. That Alejandro fucking pulled Cruz Dezern's wig off, embarrassed her, beat her. Remember that shit? They had to reverse that shit. And now she's retired and shamed, bro. You can look up the articles, but they found out later that she's a guy. I'm like, how the fuck does that? How does that get through the cracks? How can
I'm just looking at it if it was me and me being a man and I had a sex change and I'm going in with a female. I know that I used to be a man. I'm trying to tear your head off. I mean, like most see, and like I said, I don't want to offend the women because I know a lot of women out here that can do a lot of things that men can do. But when you talking about combat, and it's a totally different thing because women, there's women out here that can beat up men. I know women that can beat up men, but when you in there with somebody that's naturally stronger than you and that's the same size or bigger than you, that man, he ain't coming in there to play around. He coming in there to win the fight. And if he got to put you to sleep to win the fight, that's what he's going to do. Because they're going to look at him as another female. But we all know that he's really a man. So, I mean, that's like Deontay Wilder having a sex change and fighting a heavyweight woman. They're going to kill one of them damn women. They're going to kill him. Or Tyson Fury, whoever, Anthony Joshua. They will kill one of them women. No, it's not fair.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's funny because I don't see enough people, and I don't want to be controversial, but I don't see enough people talking about how we got to protect our women in these sports because that's a doggone shame, man. We all seen the thing with the swimmer. These records that these women had, they had a thing, they had a weight. Like I like to watch, bodybuilding and stuff. This guy, excuse me. The transgender person ended up beating a world record, deadlifting record that had been in place for 60 years. It was a 60-year record, free, and Scott, that was gone overnight. It was 250 pounds. There's not many women that's ever been born that can lift that kind of weight, let alone, you know what I mean, to have somebody be able to do that, like it was nothing, man. And I'm telling you, man, I don't know if to say this right, but the left is having a huge attack on women. They're not taking care of women like I think they should, man. What you guys think about that?
I mean,
let me turn this virtual background off so I can show you the picture of. You kind of tell it was a guy. Let's see, do you remember that fight, BBO?
No, I didn't see it. Salute to my brother DP Rocker. Hey, I don't know
like
if you guys know.
A guy was beating up on her, man. It was. That's the one that got beat Cruz Dezern, and they found out it was a guy under the pretense as a female, and retires from the sport after accusations that she was born a he. See,
that's crazy. I mean, I think go ahead, Free.
I was gonna say I don't. I mean, if a transgender wants to get into
that's
swimming,
a guy.
Yeah, that's a guy. If he want to get into swimming, or he want to get into what aerobics. I mean, not aerobics. Aerobics or racing or something like that. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's not combat. But when you're talking about a transgender fighting a woman, now you want something. You want another level. That's another level. Now I understand. Okay, you got a man racing against a woman. You got a man doing swimming against a woman. Yeah, I mean, you might say, okay, they cheating or whatever because that was a man and he had a transgender, whatever.
And even though preference ain't even a big deal. If they're gay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But I mean, I understand you might be mad or whatever, but it's not a big of a deal as it is if a transgender is fighting a woman or a transgender is wrestling against a woman. That's a big difference.
Yeah, and, and I think, and I'll tell you what, man.
Unless they make
I'm
their
a
own
little.
league for it, I guess. If it shoots,
I'm.
floats their boat, you can make their own league, and it'll just be.
I think it's crazy, man, because now you got a whole new thing when you got men painting their nails. I don't know if it's just me, but I think there's an attack on being a normal person. Like if you
Yeah.
just live a normal life, you know, you can. I heard somebody say to somebody, "Get gaslighting me because I don't agree that biological men should be in women's sports,
Yeah.
whether it's basketball." Hey, I tell you, I don't know if you guys seen. I seen a YouTube video. This guy was the end of the bench player for, like, I want to say it was Duke. He played the #1 women's college team, in an open run. That brother had 50 points. That brother had 50 points. So it's like there are natural inherent things that we have, man. So my man, Coastal Boxing Club, Super Quickly as well. She said, "Dope Pat Skywalker, I need one."
Yeah, I haven't started no merch. I'm texting her right now. I haven't started no merch. I just bought it at Lids in the mall.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say
Go ahead.
I'm coming to where you feel you gotta change your sex to get an advantage. That's taking the ultimate advantage over another person. You have to change your whole sex in order for you to compete in a sport that you wasn't good enough to compete as your normal gender. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. What's going on, A1?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the question you had asked?
So what we were asking was, what do you think about they're trying to make it to where you have biological men fighting women and combat sports? Do you agree with that?
Nah, hell no. Hey, and only reason being is, I mean, if they want to go, it's scientifically proven, man. Like the data is there to support the reasoning of my no. If people want to do their research on it, fine. I'm not gonna go into some like detailed argument on why it ain't. I'll tell anybody this. You tell a 6 foot woman to go fight a 6 foot guy and at the peak of their career, or you tell a prime Floyd going fight a prime Clarissa, and you tell me what's gonna happen. You find any weight class of any sort, Layla Ali go and fight a midget, and who you think gonna win? I mean, not a midget, but that's that. But
Little
you get what
person,
I'm
man. Little
saying. Like, yeah,
person. You're a little
a
person.
bantamweight. I'm gonna say a bantamweight. Like
Okay.
somebody like it's like it's just, if you have common sense, you don't even have to use it to figure that out. That it's a mismatch. It's naturally a mismatch. That's why, like, it's just certain things, and it's not being sexist. It's not like saying that women can't do stuff. That ain't the case, bro. It's like, if you want to see a professional domestic case, go for it. If you want to see, you know what I'm saying, a woman getting beat on by a man professionally, go for it. That's just not my cup of tea. But
Hmm.
as far as like professional, like I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't even look to see what comments is going on about it. I wouldn't care to like support it in any kind of avenue, bro. It's like, nah, I'm good. Like Clarissa calling out Keith. I spoke on that. I'm like, don't do it, man. It's a lose lose all the way around the board. If Keith knock her out, and he hit on the woman. He shouldn't have did it. She should have stayed in her lane. She shouldn't have asked for him. And it's gonna be so many different kind of angles that they can go towards it, of different things. And it's like, it just don't need to happen. Clarissa can believe in her skills all she wants, but all it's gonna take, if she done ever been stunned, hurt, dropped, or any of that by a female, it take Thurman, who done been knocking out big dudes forever. All it takes is for him to land one clean one. And what you think is gonna happen? You mean to tell me the
Yeah.
females is hitting harder than Keith Thurman? Keith one time Thurman that was out here putting people out? Like, nah. She gonna go to sleep and never wake up. And I'm like, I don't want no part. I don't want no part of seeing that and promoting it, or even, you know what I'm saying, giving it the energy, any of that, man. It's like, nah. And there's some dudes out there that say like, hey, if she calling for you, want to act like a man, I'm gonna treat you like a man, like that dude
Uh,
that, you know what I'm saying, that bus driver. It's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean. So it's like, you're gonna have both sides, people that's gonna be in the same
my
lane
bad.
as me, and the other people that's gonna be going against it. Like, no, she want that work, keep go out there. Go ahead and go out there and just jab her face off. Don't even throw a power shot. Just jab her face off, and look at the difference of what a single jab can do versus her throwing power shots at him.
Yeah.
We seen what a jab can do to Danny Garcia's face. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's it.
mean,
So it's like, I don't want to see that.
I mean,
I can't see no
go ahead.
man beating no woman.
no, it's not right in no shape, form, or fashion. A woman is just not made to fight a man. A woman is made to fight another woman. A man is made to fight another man. It's not. I mean, like I said, that's like me going out there fighting a bunch of daggone high school students. Yeah, you might get one out of the bunch that might be able to beat me, but majority of them gonna get their ass whooped.
Yeah, no, he gave it to her. She threw it.
I can see you right now, man, kicking the kids over at Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm knocking a block off and moving on to the next one. I probably have about 25 fights in one day. They be like, damn, that's the best fighter ever. That man fought 25 people in one day.
Oh, man.
I'll be back in 5 minutes, man. I'm gonna take my dog out real quick. She's bothering me.
I'll tell you something funny. Slip to my man Coastal Boxing before I let you go, man. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I remember there was a time my good friend of mine was getting into it with his dad, and his dad about 6'7". You know, I'm like 6'4", 6'5" at the time, and so you know, I remember I hit his dad, and man, when his dad hit me, brother, I was about 14 at the time. I just knew right away, like, oh my goodness, there's a reason why you don't hit no grown people like that. Hey, but what you think, Coastal Box? What you think about that, man?
Man, absolutely not. Like, it's just like, dog, man. It just, we guys are just way more bigger than these women. First of all, I feel like the power alone doesn't even compare. No.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me ask you this, Coastal Box. I know you know a little bit about boxing, man. Do you know that D Free says he can beat me in a debate? Can you believe that?
Say it again?
That my co-host D Free thinks he can beat me in a boxing debate. Can you believe that? So this we're gonna make an announcement.
Me football. I don't know about boxing. I can't say shit. Football, I don't know. Maybe anyone's better than me in football. I could tell you that.
I got something for you.
Cállate la boca. Shut your mouth. Cállate la boca. Cállate la boca.
That's all I can say. Hey, but it's your boy BDO. It's your boy D Free, man. It's the Rolling with the Punches podcast, the best new podcast of 2023. We definitely represent the TWT as well. So we are going to be doing more shows. We actually in the process now of getting our stream on Apple TV. So keep an eye out for your boy BDO. Keep an eye out for your boy D Free, man. We on to something, man. And I think you guys love seeing me absolutely destroy D Free week in, week out, man. And
this man is delirious.
Cállate la boca. Shut your mouth. Cállate la boca. Cállate la boca.
You have to stop. Y'all keep talking. Huh? You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up. Huh?
This man is delirious.
I need me a blunt. Fuck.
This man actually thinks he can beat me in a boxing debate. This man is hard.
But this the thing. This is what we gonna do, man. I'm trying to get Quickly out of retirement because I want her to moderate the debate between me and you, man. We want to have Quickly moderate the debate between me and you. So we got to get her out of retirement. Once we do that, we're gonna set it up. It's gonna be your boy BBO, undisputed champ, going against my man, you know, rising prospect D Free and boxing debate, man. Right here on the Road with the Punches podcast. So if y'all know Quickly, man, hit her up. Let her know we can't do it until she says she's gonna moderate it for us, man, because this will be big. And I know D Free's already scared, so I want to make sure he feel comfortable, man. I want to make sure he feel comfortable, man. So
what? Hey, why you want to get? You want to get slaughtered in front of all the TWT and the world, and then you're gonna go into hiding.
Hey, what?
Cállate la boca. Shut your mouth. Cállate la boca. Cállate la boca.
That's all I want you to do. That's all I
Hey,
want.
I don't understand why he want to get in verse.
Whenever I talk to A1, man, I just always think about this clip, man, right here.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and fuck all of them.
What about Robin? She's hot, right?
Robin?
Yeah.
Who cares about that bitch?
What about Benji?
Fuck Benji.
dang.
Fuck Fred, fuck Howard, and
BVO, when'd you do that video, bro? That I mean, you
Hey, you a
oh,
wild boy, man.
BVO, bro.
You a wild boy. But you know what? We gotta have fun, man. But I'm telling you, once we get quickly out of retirement to moderate the debate, me and my brother D Free gonna debate live on our show. We're gonna debate a whole hour and a half. We're gonna have our topics. And I'm telling you, man, let me know if you guys want to see something like that, because I know D Free doesn't want to do it. You can see his face. He looks nervous, he looks scared.
Man is going to get slaughtered. I hate to do it to my co-host, but I might be doing the show by myself about a week and a half because that man gonna get slaughtered.
what the fuck you say?
That's all we can say to that. But it's your boy BBO, it's your boy D Free. It's the Roll with the Punches podcast, and we out. Peace.